Couple things. Yesterday, I was complaining about how, we were support. We all we did was our job.
You've been complaining since Monday. Let's put it that way.
Monday, I was complaining. All we did was our job, which is review a major indie documentary in wide release, which is the movie Am I Racist? And the reaction to that has been, wait, I got to do this one thing here because it's going to bug me. Am I Racist? The reactions to Matt Walsh's doc. See, like that. There you go. The reactions have been positive from people who have actually seen the movie. And finally, we got a shout out, acknowledgement from Matt Walsh. He did, no, it's right now. Here, we'll talk about that. But going over here, he says, the guys over at Film Threat have covered the film very well, which I really appreciate. Critics in corporate media are terrified, but some independent critics have had the guts to give the film a fair shake. So that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah. And we appeared on his program.
He showed a clip. He showed a clip also.
It was mostly Dante speaking, of which he referred to him as the black guy.
He called Dante the black guy. Yeah. Whatever. But also, oddly enough, Tim Pool actually talked about us. Have you seen this yet?
Yes, I have actually.
All right.
I was watching it when you texted me.
Zero. Wait, what? Critics review 0? What is this? Well, hold on. What are these? What are these reviews? There are reviews here. There are reviews, however. There are 5. And they're all rated fresh. Matt's movie reviews, fresh. Alan Ng, half the audience will laugh, the other half will walk out. He gave it a tomato. He gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Look at this. Our good pals at Film Threat also did a live event because they too live in the real world. Chris Gore and Alan Ng talked through it. I'm not saying you have to watch the film, like the film, or give it a review, but it is odd that the people who cover Hollywood and Hollywood itself seem to think it can survive on fear and blacklists forever. Bro, no, ain't gonna.
You're unmuted. You're muted. You're muted.
You know what you could do? Rather than say in the time it takes you to say you're muted, you could unmute.
Yeah, when I press the button, it says only the person who muted himself can unmute himself.
Is that what it says?
No, yeah. Because when I try
Did he say beaver juice?
Anyways,
if I mute you, I can unmute you. But if you
all
mute yourself,
all right.
Because sometimes people don't want to be hearing what you're muting yourself. The reason for it all.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God.
The thing is this. So we were
Grumpy Gore Day, but
all over social media. All we did was react and review. We did a show on Versus. We did a review and talked about it. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do. Jeremy Johns did it and was attacked. And I'll get to that. I want to back to this. I'm going to zoom in on this, but I'll read this. So from Matt's, many have asked how it's possible that our new film, Am I Racist, hasn't been reviewed by a single mainstream critic. I guess we are not mainstream. I'm okay with that. Even with a 99% audience score, a verified hot rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and a top 5 box office debut. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. You want to read this, Alan?
Yes. Beginning in mid-August, we reached out to dozens of mainstream outlets offering an early screener of the film. Those outlets include Time, Associated Press, IndieWire, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, New York Times, and The New Yorker, and many others. We followed up to virtual silence. We did, however, receive a flurry of unprofessional emails from independent critics who were enraged. We'd even asked them to review the film. One of them wrote that he won't waste any professional time on a movie opening in over 1,500 theaters because I was involved. Is that what that says? Yeah. So, absolutely not. Hardest decline. I will not waste a second of my professional time on Matt Walsh. Another critic stated, "You have to strap me in a chair like Malcolm McDowell to get me to watch this thing." Another writes, "Take me off this list." Ew.
It says, "Ew, take me off this list."
Yes. Very professional. After it was clear Am I Racist was a hit, Variety attempted to cover for this oversight with the claim that Daily Wire did not screen the movie for critics. We've asked them to correct this. They have not. They still haven't posted a review, but I hope they do.
I hope they do too. Couple more. This is a Twitter thread from Matt Walsh about this topic.
A few other mainstream outlets have since requested screeners, but have yet to publish a review. One major mainstream outlet even acknowledged we had attempted to get them an advanced screener, but said the film had slipped through the cracks. This isn't a mistake.
To be fair, that happens with Film Threat too.
Yeah,
like we are a small but wait. To be fair, we are a small organization. It's basically Alan and I, and then about 30 people that write reviews and are assigned and or choose from movies they would like to review. So to be fair, that's actually fair. But
we get 200 requests every month.
More than that, Alan. More than that. Because I get the press releases. So, anyways.
Yes, I know. This isn't a mistake. You'd be hard pressed to find another film that opening greater in more than 1,500 theaters that was completely snubbed by the mainstream critics. If I'm a Racist were terrible, these outlets could have reviewed it and trashed it, but but the reality is they're afraid of it.
Now, real quick there, you said, and you did this too in the review. You said I am a racist. You are dyslexic, which adds a whole other layer of humor to this. Yeah. But you usually say I'm a racist.
Let's be real. We're all racist. I mean, it's one of those things. We're either all not racist or we're all racist.
You know what?
You just pick one.
It's cute when you do it, Alan. Yeah. It doesn't bother me. Anyways, continuing.
Yes, I am racist. All right. I am racist. Am I racist?
Oh my God.
I can't.
No, it's good.
You make me read these things. When are we gonna go back to you reading these things?
No, I love it. I love it.
Am I Racist has been so successfully precisely because we didn't churn out another safe, predictable Hollywood style film. If you haven't watched the movie that mainstream critics desperately don't want you to see, you can get tickets at amiracist.com. So there's the plug. And one thing, Rolling Stone was one of the few outlets to request a screener after the movie was announced back in July. They've yet to post a review, which is a bummer because I was looking forward to theirs most of all.
And then he quote tweets himself about Rolling Stone, the last comment.
Yeah. So this is regarding his last film. Today, Rolling Stone ran a hit piece about What is a Woman, calling it transphobic propaganda. The funny thing is we sent screeners to the writer of the piece, and we can see he watched 0% of the film before arriving at the conclusion.
Yeah, there's an agenda behind this, behind doing this, which is really sad. But let me tell you something, what BS this is, okay? Because, and I know this for a fact, if you could find the Rotten Tomatoes score for Am I Racist? And by the way, guys, we got to get this right. Am I Racist is a question mark, not an exclamation point.
Yeah, I thought you updated that.
There we go.
When you pulled it down the last time.
Just, can we get the titles of the movies right that we're talking about, please? Okay. All right. So I had a movie released last year, and I'll tell you something that I know about Rotten Tomatoes. You need to get a critic's score. You need 5 reviews from critics so you can, do an average, right? 5 reviews. If you click on the critics, click on the gray, whatever, where the critics' reviews are, you will see there are more than 5 reviews. So, Attack of the Doc has 5 reviews. And
Hey, look, someone came in with a bad review.
Well, there you go. It'll bring the average down. What does it say? The bad review. Jesse
Gender.
Jesse Gender.
It's from Jesse Gender.
Okay.
Despite a better target than the bigoted "What is a Woman," an industry profiting off white guilt instead of fighting racism. It suffers from the same flaws: manipulative editing, lazy comedy, and no curiosity, resulting in an uninspired propagandist finale. Thanks, Jesse Gender.
Very prestigious critic, Jesse Gender. Never heard of him.
Them.
I said never heard of them, didn't I?
No, you said him.
Never heard of like the
of Z.
Whatever. Okay.
Of Zer.
Even if you scroll down, they're all fresh except one, so probably brings it down to 90%.
Yeah, so it's 9 reviews, one
so
run.
89% at the worst. Still positive. Where is the critics' score? Where is it?
Yeah.
It's gray, rated gray. That isn't how Rotten Tomatoes is supposed to work. So there is some tomfoolery involved in this. This is not being fairly treated. And indie movies really need all the help they can get. This isn't a big studio movie with a big budget behind marketing budget. This is a little indie movie made for a couple $1 million.
But you also know that, because usually in that gray area there, it'll tell you the number of reviews. So it should say 9 reviews. But when it was at 4, for the longest time, it said 4 reviews, 4 reviews, 4 reviews. Once that 5th one came in, it disappeared.
And this is being treated badly with Attack of the Doc. We have a score, critic score. I think it's like 89 or something, 80 something percent. But all you need is 5+. So this movie's not being treated fairly by the media and by Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. Well, they actually have to go to this movie and alter the programming on it. Because I can guarantee you other movies that with less than 9 reviews will look differently than this.
Yes, including my film from last year. So this is I just, you know what? Just
look at that. Look at that. 7 reviews. 86%.
So I had fewer reviews than Am I Racist and got a critic score fresh at 86%, 98% audience score. So not fair. I don't like this. Not fair at all. So what are your thoughts, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, clearly they're making a statement. This is not something, when you program a website like this, all this stuff is automatic. But they've gone in and they've monkeyed around with the programming here for specifically that film, and it makes you wonder why. I mean, we know why, but it makes you wonder why.
It does. It does. And I don't like it. I support indie films. We cover them, good or bad. We cover them and give you our review. And that's what we're supposed to do. It's literally our mission is to champion indie movies. We do it every week. We cover mainstream stuff, and you cover Disney stuff, and I like horror films, and we have our own tastes, but this is unfair, and I don't like it. This is, let's call it out. Let's call it what it is. Political bigotry. Political bigotry. And that is, I don't like bigotry of any form. I don't like, but political bigotry is tearing this country apart. Just give Matt his critic score. Just be fair. And Jesse Gender, hey, honest review from Jesse Gender. Respect. That's fine. Part of the score.
Yeah. I mean, it's like critics, the professional critics, could have easily just gone in, watched half the movie, and gave it a bad review. They could have just easily review bombed it. For some reason, that seems better than the option that we're given right now. Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Just review bomb it. Go ahead. You have permission.
Whatever, it's fine. Hey, you know what I realized? The movie Am I Racist? It's very diverse. The movie is diverse.
Is it? How many Asians were in it? The one.
You only count the Asian.
No, look, this is diverse. This is what I've had to deal with diversity all my life. We never said to someone, hey, we have a diversity program, or we have a diversity scholarship, or we have a diversity club you can join. They mean black.
They never include you.
They don't include me. They don't include Latinos. They don't include the indigenous. It just means black.